but I did get push notifications, and it would say, it's very important that you have sex with Olivia tonight.
It totally does. Hey guys, so I'm super excited to be doing this video today. As most of you know, or you might be able to tell, I'm in a very special location. I'm in my son Harper's nursery. If you didn't know, I had a baby boy 3.5 months ago. His name is Harper Ellis Ward, and he is beautiful and amazing, and I feel like I'm just now coming up for air. Those of you who have had a baby or are parents, you totally understand that the first 3 months are kind of a blur, but I feel like I'm finally kind of getting myself back together. And I think the number one question that I have received over all my social media channels, in person when I meet you guys out and about, I've gotten emails, texts, questions. Oh, my friend wanted me to ask you this, is how did I get pregnant? Because most of you know, if you followed my journey on The Biggest Loser, I was on season 11. I lost 129 pounds. A big part of my story is that when I was 25, I was diagnosed with severe polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS. And that just, it's a handful of different symptoms that make fertility a real big challenge. And I was told for years and years that more than likely, because of the severity of my PCOS, I was probably not going to be able to have children. And if I did, I was going to have to use many infertility methods. And it was going to be a really long and hard road ahead. So for many years, I just kind of accepted the fact that probably having a baby, biologically or just the old-fashioned way, was probably not going to happen for me. And then after leaving Biggest Loser, I was told that because of the dramatic weight loss and really getting my body in order, that my body had really reversed lots of those symptoms, and that it was a good possibility that I was going to be able to get pregnant on my own, or with the aid of infertility methods. So I guess it's been a little over a year ago now. I guess, a year and some months ago, my husband Ben and I decided it was time to really start trying to have a baby. And I'm going to be real honest with you. I took sex ed in high school. I thought, 1 + 1 = 2. We all know how it works. This isn't a video about the birds and the bees. But after like a handful of months of trying and, taking that pregnancy test every month and it being negative, both Ben and I kind of looked at each other one day and was like, are we not doing this right? I don't think we really exactly know the right days and all of this. And so we started doing some research, and I remember we had a conversation, and my husband was just like, I'm sure there's some kind of app that can help us do this. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. We're app people. There's an app for that. So I started researching, and overwhelmingly online, I started seeing this app called Glow pop up. And it was a free app for iOS and Android. So I thought, it's free. I might as well just give it a try. So I downloaded it and started using it. And I remember from the first time I opened the app, I remember thinking, oh, this is such a neat concept. Basically, it's very simple. You open the app every single morning, and it asks you a series of questions which you answer. You take your temperature, you put it in. It asks, your mood, what symptoms you're feeling that day, even how much sleep, how much water you drank that day, all these kind of things. And then it predicts through every day your fertility. So like what the percentage that day of your fertility. And then over time, it's able to estimate kind of like a fertility window every month. And I'll be honest, when I thought my body was the most fertile, I was actually off like a handful of days. And this is what I had thought for years and years. And when you're trying to get pregnant, knowing those days is very important, obviously. And so I just absolutely loved this app, because it was not only aiding me in trying to get pregnant, but it was also giving me all this personal information about my own body. And, the more you add and the more you answer and the more you log every single day, the better chance the app has of giving you the information you need back. And sometimes it just gives you really cool little tidbits, which I was like so obsessed with. Like, for instance, it would give me information like, did you know that if you eat 1 avocado a week, it has hormone balancing properties in women? And I didn't know that, but sure, let's throw some avocados into the grocery cart this week. And, I didn't know that hydration was such an important part of getting pregnant and fertility and staying hydrated. And I know for me, I always struggled with being a little bit on the dehydrated side because I don't drink as much water as I should. So all of these type of things that this app was generating for me was so incredibly helpful. I will say my absolute favorite part of the app is there's like a forum section, and it's basically just like this open community of people that are using the app, and there are a million different categories, which I thought was so cool. So there's always a group of people within that forum that's probably going through something similar that you're going through, or people who have the same types of questions. And it was literally, that old adage, like it takes a village. That's what this was. Like, it was so cool. I will tell you, after 3 months of consistently using this app every single day, and I was very, very diligent with it because I was on a mission. I got pregnant with Harper, and it was so amazing. And not to mention the fact that, it only took 3 months and I got pregnant, but then I also had 3 months of incredible data to take to my doctor. I knew almost the exact day that I got pregnant based on everything I had logged. And my doctor was able to look at kind of my whole progress throughout this entire journey, which, for me only was a little 3-month chunk from when I really seriously started being a little more methodical about it. So I loved it. And I love this app so much that I was super excited when Glow approached me to partner in these videos, because I really wanted to share this part of my story with you guys, but I didn't really know what the best way to do it. And so I'm super excited that I can share this with you guys, because I can honestly say it made the biggest difference. It gave me confidence. It gave me a peace of mind. I don't know how to describe it. I just didn't feel like, I think with infertility especially, there's so much of it that's out of your control. There's so much that's just left up to biology and, just what is going to be is going to be. And I think this was an aspect that I could control, that I could say, well, this part I can, every single day I can enter all this information. And in return, this app is going to give me the most knowledge that I can get about my own body and about my own fertility and about my own fertile windows every month. And that part was just incredibly invaluable for me. So I absolutely loved it. I think I cannot recommend this app. I can't recommend it enough. It just, I don't know. I think it took all the anxiety out of the equation for me. And, I think in the past when I had tried to get pregnant for many years and wasn't able to, that part was the part I fought the most, was the disappointment and the anxiety. And not that it eliminates it 100%, because I think there's always going to be an aspect of trying to get pregnant where you're a little anxious. And then every month when you get that negative, you are a little disappointed, even though we all know it's a journey and sometimes it takes time. It takes some people longer than others. And, that's just kind of part of the joy of it. But for me, it really, really made me feel proactive in my own fertility. And I've continued now that I'm not pregnant. I've gone back to the Glow app. And they also have one called Glow Nurture, which I used. It's kind of like the pairing app to Glow, and it's for when you do get pregnant. And it's all about pregnancy. And it was amazing too. And I'll tell you, more than anything during that time period, in Glow Nurture, I used that app primarily for the forum, because it was like the best girl talk about pregnancy ever. Like every single day someone would post, oh my gosh, this is happening and that is happening, and is this normal and is that normal? And it was really wonderful for me. That definitely gave me a lot of peace of mind. I'm gonna ask my husband to come be a part of this video, because he was equally a part of all of this. So most of you guys know this is my husband, Ben.
Hi.
Yeah, so why don't you just say, what did you like about the app? Or did you like it?
I liked it. I didn't have to do all the logging, so that was
Right.
a little bit easier on my part. But I did get push notifications, and it would say, it's very important that you have sex with Olivia tonight.
It totally does.
And I don't know about you, there's probably not that many guys watching this video, let's be honest. But there probably are some, and you need to tell your husbands, hey, we need to use this app because you're going to get push notifications that you really like.
I think
That's
those were probably the best push notifications you've ever received.
Absolutely. I was wondering how we could just continue those.
Oh, right.
Glow needs to just like randomly just send
Just
those
like
out.
noon on a Wednesday.
Send them out. You know, you're just practicing. It's
Yeah.
very important that you practice.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So yeah, that was my favorite part by far.
Well, yes, it does. They do send push notifications, which of course you can turn off if you don't want those. But that, I would say that was really fun. Like that it made it fun. Like it made it like kind of just like fun and spontaneous, and we would like, text each other back and forth when those would happen.
Yeah, and it has a sort of a personality. It's not just like, not just scientific.
Right,
The whole app has sort of a personality to it, which is good. Which is good. It's not just sort of, like I said, not just like scientific numbers, this sort of thing. It has fun.
Stay tuned, and obviously there will be more baby stuff coming here and there on My Fitspiration because that's now a big part of what we do. Thank you so much for watching. It's so good to talk to you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.